Diamonds are often thought to be the most beautiful and desired gemstone of all time. But what really are diamonds? Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm not a gemologist, but I'm an artist that really likes gemstones. So let's talk about diamonds. Quick note and apology here. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird. I am coming off of kind of a nasty cold, so let's get into everything else. Diamonds were found in India in 4th century BC. Pliny the Elder, a Roman scholar, wrote about diamonds in approximately 100 AD, confirming that diamonds did, in fact, exist. Once the mines in India depleted, other mines were found in Brazil in the 1700s that had a small number of diamonds, but it wasn't until the 1860s that a man named Erasmus Jacobs found a raw diamond on the side of a river in Kimberley, South Africa. The discovery of diamonds in South Africa is the beginning of the diamond trade known today. Diamond is made out of carbon. It really is just a piece of carbon that has been under Earth's crust for millions of years, forming under the immense pressure and heat of the Earth. When thinking about diamonds, the color in most people's minds comes to white. While diamonds on the white side are more common in the jewelry industry, they come in many different colors. Diamonds come in colors ranging from colorless, yellow, brown, black, blue, green, pink, champagne, cognac, and even a lilac color. Diamonds even have their own scale based off of coloration of the stone. Colorless, or white, diamonds specifically have a D to Z scale, D being colorless and Z having yellow or brown color. Diamonds that are colored start on another scale, then being considered fancy colors. A fancy colored stone is a brown or yellow diamond that will have more color than what is on a Z-graded stone, often then being called different things based on their color, like cognac for a specific type of brown stone, or canary yellow for a yellow diamond. A diamond that exhibits color other than brown and yellow are also going to be considered fancy colors. There are a few different ways that someone can treat a diamond to make it look different. There are clarity-enhanced diamonds that are drilled into with a laser to remove brown and black inclusions. The drilled-in areas are then filled with glass. Making a diamond clarity-enhanced will make the diamond look nicer than it really is, but this type of stone you do have to be careful with. The normal heating used in repair work for diamonds in jewelry could possibly make this type of treated diamond break. Diamonds can also be colored by irradiation to make them fancy colored diamonds. Diamonds that are treated with radiation don't hold any harmful amounts of radiation towards people, so don't worry about having one. Diamonds' color doesn't fade at all over time, even ones that have been irradiated or treated, so you don't have to avoid exposure to the sunlight or anything either. Diamonds have been found all over the world, but some of the places it's mostly mined from now are Russia, Botswana, Congo, Angola, South Africa, Namibia, Guinea, Ghana, Australia, and Canada. In the US, diamonds have also been found all over the states, but they're pretty uncommon. While diamonds are considered one of the rarest stones in the world, they are easily accessible, just expensive. Compared to a lot of other gemstones, that is. The price of these stones is going to have a lot of different factors to it, including carat weight and quality of the stones. The most valuable types of diamonds are going to be either fancy ones or a flawless diamond, which are both incredibly rare. Most diamonds have some kinds of internal flaws caused by imperfections of other materials inside the stone called inclusions. Most inclusions that I've seen in stones are either carbon spots or white feathers. Now it's on to the properties of diamonds. As I mentioned before, diamonds were all formed millions of years ago under the intense pressure and heat of being in the Earth's mantle. There are also lab-created diamonds, which are surging in popularity these days. A common misconception about them is that they are fake diamonds, but chemically, compositionally, and even in their properties, they are the same. The biggest difference, other than one being mined and the other being made in a lab, is that lab-created diamonds are about a third of the price compared to their natural counterparts. Lab-created diamonds also don't have much of a resale value compared to their natural ones. There are two different ways that a lab-created diamond can be made. The first is by chemical vapor disposition, or CVD. During CVD, creation of a tiny slice of a mined diamond is put in an enclosed chamber and introduced to carbon-rich gas, and then really high temperatures, where the gas ionizes and then sticks to the original slice of diamond, eventually crystallizing and building up the stone. The other way a lab-grown diamond is made is through high-pressure, high-temperature, or HPHT, which is what most lab-created diamonds now are made of, as it has better quality outcomes from the process. To make an HPHT diamond, they take a slice of carbon or a carbon seed and press it inside a metal cube where electricity pulses heat to a very high temperature, creating a diamond. The structure of a diamond is a bipyramidal isometric. This means that it's two pyramids stacked on top of one another, large side together. Diamonds are usually formed equal in all dimensions. Diamonds have an adamantine luster, which means that it is incredibly brilliant, even more so than glass. Some diamonds fluoresce under UV light. The most common fluorescence is a blue tone. Sometimes a diamond with a blue fluorescence can make a diamond look whiter than it actually is. The refractive index of a diamond is 2.417 to 2.419 times faster than the speed of light in air. The specific gravity of a diamond is 3.1 to 3.53 times heavier than water. A diamond is the hardest material known to man, making what we reference against on the Mohs hardness scale. On the scale, a diamond is at the top as a 10. While diamonds are the hardest substance known to man, that doesn't mean that they aren't brittle. Diamonds have what is called an octahedral cleavage, where when the stone breaks, it will usually break on a certain plane. Chips on the stone will mostly have a stepped look to them. Diamonds aren't usually easy to break, but it does happen. Most of the time when I see a diamond has chipped, it's because it has hit against another diamond, causing it to fracture a piece off. Contrary to some belief, hitting a diamond with a hammer will, more than likely, break it. I have had people come into the store that I've worked at before claiming that if a diamond is hit with a hammer, it won't break. Don't try it, please. Just don't. It'll break your stone. Diamonds are cut in a plethora of different ways. The most common is a round brilliant cut, which will show off the most sparkle compared to other cuts of stone. Other common cuts are princess cut, pear-shaped, baguette cut, marquise cut, oval brilliant cut, trillion cut, emerald cut, and even heart-shaped diamonds exist. And that's not to say that other cuts don't exist, it's just those are the more common ones. Heck, I've seen a diamond cut in the shape of a rubber ducky, so at this point I wouldn't be shocked by anything. I've seen a lot of people mistake most white or clear stones as diamonds. There are a lot of white stones you might have to look out for, all of which are going to be less expensive than a diamond. There are rhinestones, which are man-made and usually have foil on the back to keep their sparkle, cubic zirconia, moissanite, white sapphires, and white topaz, just to name some of the most common ones. There are a lot of diamond names as well that refer to specific types of quartz. The most common example would be a Herkimer diamond. So be aware, do some research. If something is named as a special diamond, just make sure to double check it. I'll stop talking about my sciencey jargon now and we can get into the beliefs of this gemstone. The name diamond comes from the Greek word adamas, which means indomitable or invincible. The legend goes, the Roman personification of time, Kronos, turned a young man named Adamas into a precious diamond. He had unbelievable strength and was fearless, with good fortune brought to those around him. He was also immune to poison and even helped those around him to recover from it. The man was so great that he even helped couples grow their love for one another. How exactly that is, I don't know. Diamonds are the birthstone for April, which those born in that month don't have any alternatives, though you might be able to use a substitute like cubic zirconia or moissanite. As for a zodiac sign for diamond, that would be Aries, which is shared with bloodstone. While diamonds are traditionally used for engagements in relationships, there are a couple other times where diamonds are used as gifts. The 60th and 75th anniversary are both diamond anniversaries. In ancient Egypt, diamonds were placed in the middle of ankhs, which were then the hieroglyphics meaning of life. The stone would come to mean a symbol of power and represented the sun, bringing courage and truth. They were also the ones who had originally stemmed the idea of wearing an engagement ring on the left ring finger, as it was thought to be connected to the heart. Ancient Greeks and Romans thought the stone was shed as tears from the gods or parts of fallen stars broken off. They also believed Cupid's arrows to be tipped with diamond. Some philosophers, such as Plato, even wrote about diamonds being celestial beings with their own thoughts and feelings. The Hindus believed that diamonds were made when lightning struck upon a rock. They were also famous for putting diamonds into the eyes of some of their statues. Diamonds were sometimes used by Jewish high priests to determine innocence of an accused person. The shinier the diamond shone, the more truthful they were thought to be. However, the duller, the guiltier they were. Some kings even had diamonds embedded into their breastplates, believing it to protect them with their supernatural powers. Like other gemstones, it was thought to be a miracle stone that has the ability to cure many ailments. Even believed as long as it was placed upon that part of the body, it would heal whatever was hurt. It was discovered, however, that eating diamonds would kill people, so they just stuck to putting it on the body. Who would have thought? Now that I've run out of things to talk about with diamonds, let's talk about my painting instead. Instead of a creation myth or anything like that, I decided to paint a picture of what diamonds are considered to be most important for now. I have a dreamy engagement scene that was a little bit inspired by Art Nouveau style of draped cloth, and maybe a little bit of princess fantasy stuff I've been reading on the side lately. I wanted a lot of white in the piece to offset the darkness of the night sky, but I shaded the white with all sorts of pastel colors to make it feel more magical and iridescent. I also used some UV reactive paint that I made for myself specifically for this piece, because some of the diamonds I do have for it have some fluorescence. I used very small raw diamonds to be the stars in the night sky, as well as some diamonds ground into coarse dust to make the girl's dress sparkle. I didn't want to overwhelm this piece with a lot of extravagant details, but I still wanted to make it kind of fun and elegant and dreamy, and still tell some kind of story. I like to think that this was a totally unexpected moment of a proposal, as I put the gal basically in her 90s with a sheet around her bottom half, but it's a little bit romantic nonetheless. If you're interested in some of the diamonds that I have here, like the diamond dust and the little bits that I used for the stars, I have unaffiliated links down below. And now that all that's done, here's the finished piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I was able to teach you something new today. And if you have any questions that I didn't answer in my video, don't be afraid to shoot me a comment. If you want to see more, I hope you'll subscribe to keep up with the other gemstone videos I'll be doing. Anyways, have a great day, y'all!